We are back. Yeah. It's been a while. So I shall start the epilogue. Hopefully. That's good. Let's see what I miss. Silent Dream. Epilogue. What the heck? He's overlay it. Huh. He's surrounded by a student. Did something happen? There's something.
Magister Merlin, something's seriously wrong with the students here.
Ain't me, cuz. Everything was fine yesterday. I don't know.
To clear Zoria's name once and for all, I restarted the investigation into the hypofiend that disappeared during the exam. I planned to question the students myself. But when they try to speak, it's all nonsense. I can't understand a single word. They don't seem to be playing a prank. Something strange is happening on campus.
That Aurelia person.
Or Galaprana Charlachanabana.
What in the... They're talking Sims. Let's turn to an animal. No restraint. Illness.
It's like secrecy magic, but not exactly. When I interrogated Niall, he couldn't speak certain key facts at all. These
He's only on
students can
crack.
speak, but whatever they say, we simply can't understand. Have you encountered anything like this before?
No.
The cause is unknown, and with so many students affected, we need to act fast. No one commands more respect here at the Serene Lyceum than you. You're the best person to handle this. If you need me, don't hesitate to call.
So Liz is here. Oh, they're all gibberish. What the frick?
You came because of the sudden illness, right? Hebler and I have been treating them since early morning, but nothing seems to work. Our biggest obstacle is that we still don't know what this condition is, so we can't apply the right cure. The speech loss is bizarre. Not a single medical text I know describes anything like it. I've checked thoroughly. No injuries, no curses, no hostile magic anywhere.
We've tried everything we can think of. Nothing changes. I'm considering transforming into an animal to communicate differently. Maybe we'll see something new.
And we could ask other animals if they've noticed anything strange, or seen symptoms like this.
Okay. I think they're dead. I'm joking.
I've studied shapeshifting for years, and this is the first time humans are less intelligible than animals. Even as an owlbear, I couldn't communicate. Other animals are fine. This affliction seems to only affect humans.
To be precise, only Serene Lyceum students. Teachers, staff, even shopkeepers on Holt Street. None are affected.
Maybe that drink, you know?
This is tough. It's like trying to roast a turnip with a birthday candle. And
What?
Headmistress Durella, We reported this to her, but she hasn't responded.
Teachers and staff have received no instructions. No one's keeping the students calm. If Headmaster Lamar was still here, he'd hold a school assembly immediately. But Durella isn't Lamar. We can't rely on her.
Damn!
So Merlin. The lecture hall and library have the most students. They're most likely to cause chaos. I'd suggest checking them first. We'll keep trying treatments. I'll update you immediately if anything changes.
Nope, they're all gibberish. Nah. You're talking Sims right now. Miss Lorraine.
Professor Merlin! I didn't expect you here. You mean these students making strange noises? I'm at my wit's end. Yesterday, class was normal. Today, it's chaos. Even though I'm the teacher now, I'm at a complete loss. Professor, look.
What? This seems way too funny for me. Oh dear.
Now you can see just how bad it's gotten. Exactly. All in a single day, and there's no solution. Durella hasn't issued a single notice. Have you found a cure?
No.
So not even you could achieve it? If teachers and students can't communicate, magic lessons are pointless. If this continues, I may have to suspend classes. Ever since Headmaster Lamar passed, the school lost its guiding pillar. Durella may be acting headmistress, but she can't command the same respect. Thank goodness you're here, Professor Merlin. Please restore order to the Lyceum.
This guy can speak?
Magister Merlin, no one can talk. Everyone's chirping and squeaking like animals. Dura above. If even Professor Lorraine can't sense hostile magic, then this isn't a curse. Last period, I had force field magic as an elective. So many students were like this, unable to pronounce their spells properly. The class was so chaotic. 2 field crystals exploded. 4 students got hurt, and even Professor Winston couldn't keep things under control. Impossible. Mel is the most diligent student. She's Professor Lorraine's favorite. She loves divination. She'd never sabotage class. And if so many students planned a prank, someone would have leaked it. I've heard nothing. This must be some powerful magic. Or a weird illness. Magister Merlin, please solve this soon. I don't want Mel or anyone else trapped like this.
They are completely on crack. Okay. Smacking brooms. Punishing brooms. That's crazy. Oi.
Halt! You have violated Article 1, Section 3 of the Serene Lyceum Regulations. No one may interfere with or evade punishments. You have already obstructed school punishments twice. According to the rules, you will be sent to the detention chamber for 3 days. Rule breakers.
Boy, why I yada? Yeah, let's work her up. Me. Annoying.
Merlin, you woke me up again. And you didn't even bow to the school regulations book. Neglect? Me? That's an outrageous accusation. Tell me, what could possibly make our great Merlin so flustered? If making strange noises counts as loss of speech, then my occasional late arrivals count as perfect attendance. Don't give me that look. You know I hate working. Fine, I do know about the speech loss. Since this morning, nearly a fifth of the students here can't speak properly. And the number is still rising. How would I know? I'm not omniscient. Plus, it's not my responsibility to figure it out. I'm just the strict, boring rulebook, stuck in the library all day. I admit, I am a little curious about why students can't speak properly. After all, it does increase my workload. I've punished more students today than in the past month combined. Rules are rules. Students making strange noises in the library must be punished. If I had to make exceptions all the time, there would be no rules at all. Anyways, I don't know the cause of this strange situation, but I'd check Holt Street if I were you. There are always tons of students there. And you can usually find interesting information where students gather. Now, shouldn't you let me enjoy some quiet, alone time? Clever as always. I'm off to continue my break. And next time you come, remember to bow.
A wolf. Are you here with your master too, seeking justice?
What?
My master's spectacular lack of common sense has finally caught up with him. I told him not to trust that shady Franz. Any fool knows unconditional magic growth is just marketing for the gullible. But no, he signed a magic contract anyway. With enthusiasm. Humans are exhausting.
I'm with this cat.
He lost half his magic in minutes. The school labeled the whole thing a scam, and now he can't even speak normally. So here they all are. Every last duped human, gathered to demand justice they can't verbally express. According to my master, yes. They came to seek justice, but now they can't speak. Correct. Nothing but nonsense sounds. Though honestly, that's not far from how some of them speak on a normal day. Magic requires effort. A shocking revelation, I know.
X.
But my master and these humans believed a contract could solve all their problems. And this is what they get. Consequences. Delicious educational consequences. Naturally. I would've, but he rescued me when I was astray. Now I'm emotionally indebted. Disgusting, really.
Damn.
Look at him. Lost and helpless. What choice do I have? I must supervise him so he doesn't walk into more scams.
Am I seeing things? Are you here to help these students who can't speak properly? I came with my friend Vico. He, like everyone else here, planned to come to the Enchanted Cup days ago to demand compensation. You've probably heard about the recent magic contract incident. The mastermind used this shop here to lure people in until they fell into a trap. Some completely lost their magic, like Niall. Others who signed the contracts lost a huge portion of their magic permanently. It'll be very hard for them to achieve higher magical progress. Though they made mistakes, they are victims too, so they gathered to demand compensation. But this morning, we suddenly discovered that all students who signed the contracts have lost their voices. We all think this shop used some vicious method to make all the victims like this. They're probably avoiding responsibility. Yes, that's what Vico said. Back then, Vico really liked this drink shop. He came every other day. Eventually, he couldn't resist the temptation of a magic boost. Luckily, he hadn't signed it for long before the events during the selection brought the school's attention to the dangers of the magic contracts, and they were banned. That prevented Vico from ending up like Niall and the others, losing all his magic. But he still suffered significant damage from the contract's backlash, losing nearly half his magic power. Yeah. At first, when Vico couldn't speak this morning, we thought it was a prank. But more students were affected, and even Professor Solis couldn't fix it. This is serious. Magister Merlin, what is this? And can it be cured? Learning magic really doesn't have shortcuts. And even if it did, this isn't the way. Vico needs to understand that. I hope you can find a cure soon and track down whoever's behind this. I'm counting on you, Magister Merlin.
Bruh, what is this? Are they even awake? What do you mean?
Even someone as legendary as you, Merlin, can't just make a scene outside the headmistress's office. Manners are not optional, Merlin. I expect even you understand that. Why are you asking me that? It's none of your business. Oh, that. Just a magic prank. Probably some mischievous student's idea of fun. These kinds of pranks happen from time to time.
Smile.
Students have even blacked out dormitory windows so the whole building overslept. It's nothing to make a fuss about. And you barged in for this? Nonsense. That's impossible. How could the Syndicate's magic contracts have anything to do with campus pranks? You're overthinking this. The Serene Lyceum is just a school. Everyone is living their daily lives. There is no crisis that requires you to swoop in as some savior, Merlin. I overlooked your previous unauthorized investigations here, but from now on, I won't allow you to snoop around asking questions everywhere. Ah, yes. I almost forgot. Your name is still on the faculty list. Speaking of that, there's something I'd like to ask you. You haven't taught a single class in 20 years, and when you suddenly left, you didn't even submit a resignation. In other words, you've been absent from work for 20 years. Care to explain? By school regulations, I could dismiss you and seek restitution. Besides that, I also have to consider whether to hold you accountable. You snuck in as a student during the selection and disrupted school order. Ah, that reminds me. I heard your magic tower contains a number of unregistered items, including unregistered hypofiends. According to the Faculty Conduct Code, such hazardous materials may not be privately kept on campus. I think perhaps I should arrange a compliance inspection to ensure everyone's safety isn't threatened. That is my duty as acting headmistress. Don't you agree, Merlin? As the acting headmistress, I care more about the Lyceum than you do, and I'm more familiar with what happens at the school. While you busy yourself with unnecessary inquiries,
This woman.
I have already called in an expert to solve the speech loss issue. No, Mr. Eston is an extraordinary psychologist, revered in the industry as the Grand Mentor. Well, since the great Magister Merlin can't fix it, perhaps someone else should try. Perhaps it's just a minor psychological issue. He should already be on campus. I announced his arrival to the entire school just before you barged in. I suggest you head to the art gallery to witness his methods firsthand. That should put your doubts to rest, yes?
Yeah, snap her head, you know? That'd be nice. Hmm.
Magister Merlin, did you bring him here? I heard he's here to treat that speech loss condition. Can he really fix something this strange? I see. Ah, actually, it's about the Mithril Consortium's accounts. You know our guild helps fund the Serene Lyceum every year. We donate a lot for campus improvements and teaching. That gives us the right to check and make sure the money's spent properly. But when I checked the accounts yesterday, I found a massive expenditure. The money was used to hire an expert-level psychologist to treat a serious mind-related illness among students. I found it suspicious, so I came to see the situation for myself. Yeah, the amount spent is huge. I can't believe one psychologist costs that much. I need to get to the bottom of this. The guild doesn't donate money just for people to skim off the top. I heard the Grand Mentor is about to begin treatment. I want to see if he really lives up to his reputation. Let's check it out together. You seem curious.
Yeah, I've seen and school's boring anyway. Might as well enjoy the show. Me? I'm all for the Lyceum thriving, but I stay on...
This is serious. You are...
Look, I'm not top of the class, so yeah,
Whatever, bro.
Hello, everyone. I'm not...
Magister Merlin. Perfect timing. With you here, this is the... Unless... What if the Grand Mentor bribed students?
That guy looks very
Dear
familiar.
students, put down your... I know when you're... No, you've as I went through... Now then. Good. You're excellent. Then follow me.
This guy looks weird.
Dura, no wonder a genius like him came up with the mana triangle theory. I really need to... Unusual. No, I just trusted him and followed him. Yeah, just like how I said... Yes, she gave me Honestly, I had zero expectations. Not that she's bad. I just never overexcited like I cast a... Sorry, I should head back and rest. I've got classes to catch up on.
This is like one of Savannah's traveling theater troupes performing. And not even a good one. You're a Magister. Have you ever seen anything like that? I've traveled all over, and I've never seen anything like this. And the Academy paint. And for a man no reputable sir, Magister, something about this incident doesn't sit right. I'm going to talk to Aurelian. He had all payments from... Want to come? He should still be patrol...
was talking to that person. Look at that cheese. You think I didn't notice?
You both seem preoccupied. I trust this is an opportunity for me to offer my assistance. I must admit, last time we met, I was unaware I was speaking with the celebrated Magister Merlin. Magister, if you ever take an interest in commerce or wealth management, I'd be delighted to explore opportunities with you. Partnering with a mage of your caliber could be mutually beneficial.
No.
A true win-win partnership, if you will. So what brings you two here today?
There's a large expense on the Lyceum's books for hiring a psychologist named Esten to provide therapy for the students. Do you remember authorizing?
Ah, yes. His rates were above standard, I admit. But talent like this doesn't come cheap. Securing him required some personal leverage on my part. That payment wasn't just for his services. It was also an investment in the consortium's network and future influence. I've heard that with his help, students who are struggling have already recovered.
Can I just skip this?
Money is valuable,
I don't know.
yes, but health is far more precious. I'm sure you'd agree.
Yes, but I've never heard of Esten. Who exactly is he?
Many chase fame relentlessly. Some, however, prefer to work quietly, pursuing knowledge without fanfare. I understand your concern over the cost. It may seem, but in truth, this is a win-win.
Guy?
I'm helping the Serene Lyceum build a sustainable, self-contained. Each year, the Mithril Consortium makes generous donations to the Lyceum. Yet, the school's real resource is the students. Yes, we paid above market rates for Esten, but in doing so, we planted seeds of students who recover. We improved the Lyceum. It's a self-reinforcing cycle, a closed loop where everyone...
You still haven't answered my question. Esten's completely unknown. How do you know he can actually...
Young Master Rowan, but rest assured, I must
Don't
attend...
give a flying axe.
Magister Merlin. Honestly, I don't like Aurelian. Win-win, self-reinforcing cycle. Sure. The Academy is funded by the Mithril Consortium. Reputation and profits matter. With wealth comes responsibility beyond just multiplying coins. Maybe I'm not mature enough to grasp it yet.
Man.
Exactly. He avoided the question entirely. Something's definitely off about Esten, and I bet Aurelian's been cutting
I
corners.
agree with it though.
He's a senior director of the Mithril Consortium. I need solid proof of his misconduct. With that, and if I can figure out who Esten really is, this whole scheme will unravel. Since you're investigating the speech loss issue, want to work together? Good. I'll trace the donation funds and look into his background. You can...
Master, apologies for interrupting. There's been a breach in the Stellar Spire. Uninvited guests forced their way in and took several items. Your return is advised. I'll explain fully once you're here.
That sounds serious. I hope nothing too important was taken. I'll see you later.
Oh. Seriously. What the heck happened?
This is my fault. I failed in my duty to guard the tower. I'm sorry, Master. Please don't be angry. I was researching recipes to improve your dinner menu when I got word of visitors. Acting Headmistress Dorella of the Serene Lyceum arrived, along with several men claiming to be school staff. Durella said they were conducting a campus-wide compliance check for unauthorized items. Everyone on campus had to comply, including your tower. When I tried to contact you, one of Durella's companions bound me with magic and threatened me, preventing any communication with you. Then they ransacked the tower, confiscating anything they called non-compliant for inspection. I asked when they would return the items, but received no clear answer. So I contacted you urgently. They couldn't access your private rooms or the stellar chamber, only the first floor. I know they took the memory stars containing hypofiends, but I'm unsure about anything else. Master, would you like to inventory the missing items?
What happened? Star, and a chibi. Okay, now what? This? Oh. Seriously.
Preliminary check complete. Besides the 4 memory stars, at least 5 mementos and 2 ancient tomes are missing. This is only a preliminary count. Your collection is vast, so I need more time to cross-reference the records. I apologize again, Master. I failed to guard the tower. I'm grateful for your boundless patience and understanding. I'll continue cataloging and provide a full list of confiscated items. I will lock down the tower in the meantime. No one will enter again without your permission.
Envoy Evie and Magister Merlin.
Nothing to worry about. I'm just following up on the selection exam. You're responsible for storing and transporting the creatures used, yes?
That's right. I handle storage, daily care, and logs. I always have accurate records. I've never broken regulations. As for transportation, I'm only responsible for transporting things from the warehouse to Solstice Hall. Anything beyond that is handled by senior staff authorized by—
Were you aware that a hypofiend escaped during one of the trials?
Aware? Well, she docked half my— Which is absolute nonsense. I always keep full records. Nothing was mishandled.
Why not appeal to the school?
I did, but it didn't matter. Durella still shoved all— I've been working here for 16 years. I never missed a shift, and the warehouse I'm in charge of has never had a single problem. Durella's actions are a total slap in the face for my dedication. But what can I do? She's the acting headmistress.
I see. Magister Merlin, did you need something from Liam as well?
She hasn't been to the warehouse in weeks. Within the past 10 days, the
Could someone have bypassed—
Impossible! The warehouse— If these rules aren't followed, a major—
Got it. Magister, why were you asking about contraband? Wait, what? Durella actually broke into your tower? She is bolder than I thought. But I wouldn't call that a smart move. She volunteered to manage all the magical items for the selection exam. I have testimonies from several students to back it up. But once we found out about the missing hypofiend, she tried to wash her hands of the whole— That's why I went to see the warehouse manager for a final check. We don't know how deep the Syndicate is in on this. This means they likely ordered her to break into your tower. That would explain why she got— Now, we just need proof.
Master, pardon the interruption. I have finished checking your inventory and confirmed the final list of missing items. The intruders took 4 memory stars, each sealing a hypofiend, plus 2 magic tomes, 5 keepsakes, and 1 royal medallion.
Interesting. Since when is a medallion considered contraband?
This one was made by the royal court to honor Magister Merlin's service for the Lightbearer Empire. It is pure gold, inlaid with 4 magic stones of your own making, Master. Only 10 were made, and their worth is immeasurable. I must apologize once more for my failure.
I'm listening. The medallion, huh? Looks like she's finally going to learn a lesson. Give it... What's your plan? I'm sure she's not just going to hand the items over. Oh? I like the sound of that. But the office is one of the most heavily protected places in the Lyce. Do you need my help? Well, I'll keep...
Wait, let me guess. You need my help, right? Come on, anything is better than working. Oh dear. By regulation, the only one if changing that rule were easy, I would have helped you when we were investigating little Lamar's death. A fair point. I'll dig through the regulations on office access. There must be some logical... Wait here! Ugh, I'm back. That was exhausting. I can't... But that doesn't mean I'm out of tricks. Those tiny mortals forgot one very important thing. Nothing in the rules says I can't teach you how to break the magic protecting the headmaster's office. Most people overlook it because you'd have to go through 327 books and records just to get the basics of the spell. So now all I have to do is give that clever little head of yours a tap, dump all those weird twisted spell constructions inside, and let you work out the reverse engineering yourself. Just like that, I dug through... Which brings us to... Finally! I've been waiting. I'll give you this info in exchange for vacation time. What's wrong with Hypogeans? I'm a hardworking Don't worry, that's the beauty of strict rule. Look, I'm not asking for much. 3 days per year. What do you say? Have some Wait, you actually agreed? Okay. I'll stay inside the Lyceum and stay out of sight of the students. Do we have a deal? There. Work your... My first vacation in ages! Time to plan...
The lag is crazy. She got a stash? Nah. Louise.
I didn't expect to see you here, Merlin. Sorry, I'm actually here to see Headmistress. She should be in there, right? I don't see how you'd be out here if she weren't. She's the Headmistress. How could she endanger her students? She is unfit to serve as Headmistress. I plan to bring the results of the speech loss case to her attention. But I can I'll have to rely on you for this, Merlin. No. It's worse than that. Every student treated by the Grand Mentor is showing signs of magic exhaustion. They all said the same thing. Sudden weakness. Like all their strength drained away. At first, I thought it was a lingering effect of the ailment. Rest should have fixed it, but then the symptoms worsened. The magic started fading. Slowly. Steadily. Exactly. That's why I suspect Grand Mentor Eston may be linked to Franz, the one who tricked the student into signing those contracts. Or his treatment may have triggered something already lying dormant in them.
Professor Solis, have you seen the Headmistress?
Slow down.
A hypo-fiend. There's a
Did anyone get hurt?
Not yet.
I understand.
Yes, Professor.
Oh, that's a big guy. Sylvan, nice to see you.
Magister, good timing. I thought about attacking it, but we can't afford to risk.
Sylvan and I could try containment spells, but if it goes berserk, everything—
Make way for the Grand Mentor will save us!
Jesus.
Everyone settle. Hypofiend, you don't seek. Give me your— Yes, that's right. Tell me. Remember. And remember that. Come.
How did he possibly tame a hypofiend? I've read many files on—
Neither do I.
Either way, two questions still don't add the ones Durella took from you. Durella has a secret report for the Adamant Syndicate? So the Syndicate really does have our acting headmistress on a leash. That report alone is grounds for arrest. If I take her into custody, she might talk. Like what Eston did just now. Either he's working for the Syndicate, and this probably isn't their only move. We need to stay alert.
Then the speech loss may not be an illness at all, but a dark magic effect. Just like the magic contracts. It's all connect using students for something like this.
Agreed. We have to act now. No matter the angle, the Serene Lyceum can't take— One more thing. I keep feeling like I've heard that Grand Mentor speak before. His tone was familiar.
I'll show the world what you can become.
Excellent.
What matters most are win-win partnerships and mutual gain.
The win-win phrase. Eston and Fran sound alike too. Same delivery, same arrogance. Even their expressions match.
Yep.
The Mithril Consortium merchant? I've never met him, but I heard he's visiting Starfall County. Then he's tied to the speech loss scheme too. If none of this is a coincidence, the worst case is that Aurelian, Durella, Franz, and Eston are all working together under the Syndicate. Did you connect the dots? You looked up why Eston and Fran sounded so alike. It all lines up if manipulation magic was involved. Aurelian and the Syndicate have been targeting the Serene Lyceum repeatedly. We still don't know the full extent of their plans. Yes. Aurelian is a senior director in the Mithril Consortium. If the Syndicate planted him there, they've likely planted others too. They'll need a full internal sweep. But that can wait. We have some— How about we start with Durella? That report you found clearly links her to the Syndicate. That's enough for me to bring her in. Aurelian's trickier. We don't have enough evidence yet, but Durella might lead us to more once she's in custody. Exactly. Once she knows she's exposed, she'll warn the Syndicate, and they'll initiate their counterplan. Let's go to the headmaster's office. Durella's time as acting headmistress ends today.
Did no one teach you this level of arrogance is unacceptable? I'll have you dismissed. Wait, how did you even get in here? This room should be protected by magic.
Madame Durella, I strongly suggest you calm down and listen. As an envoy of the Lightbearer Empire, I am placing you under investigation.
What?
I obtained a report from you. It details your direct dealings with the Adamant Syndicate. It also confirms that you released a malefic wraith during the court mage selection exam, deliberately misdirected the investigation, and endangered students. And you broke into Magister Merlin's tower, stealing multiple memory stars containing sealed hypofiends. One of them matches a hypofiend Eston tamed earlier today.
How did you get that?
Madame Durella, do you have anything to say? Framed?
No!
As I mentioned earlier, my visit is prompt.
What?
Since you assumed office, administrative problems have surfaced one after another. First, the missing hypofiends, then the magic contracts, and now the speech loss cases. These are signs of mismanagement and a lack of accountability. Initially, I considered it a matter of inexperience, but now I'm inclined to suspect. In short, I see no path to continued cooperation. Board regulations oblige me to propose a replacement.
Aurelian!
Envoy Evie, please escort her. Time is a scarce resource, and as
Madame Durella, given the severity of these charges, you're facing a lengthy imprisonment. The public office's detention ward isn't as elegant as this place, but it will give you plenty of time to think, and perhaps come up with better explanations.
No! Aurelian! You said everything would be fine! You expect me to take all the blame? I won't! If I fall, you fall with
folded.
me. Merlin, Envoy Evie, Franz worked for him. I was coerced into cooperation. No, manipulated. He's the...
Merlin, you've likely suspected my affiliation all along. Since that suspicion exists, a successful merchant, after all, must possess... Wouldn't you agree?
What have you done?
A small clarification.
But I never signed...
You should know, a successful merchant, your true name is recorded on the contract. Simply not...
You can steal someone's magic just by knowing their name?
An astute, those astute... The Adamant Syndicate, the Mithril Alliances shift. I've observed. You learn quickly. Qualities essential. Greed is natural. Then our discussion ends.
Really good? Why the heck is he so tall? Nah. Nah. Sit down.
Yep.
Did you really think you'd walk away the winner? You can't escape my contract. I know your true name. Your magic is mine.
Merlin? That is not your name?
But Aurelian is yours, right?
Yeah?
The character is a goat.
Why is my contract failing on you? Your real name is not Merlin, nor is it that. What is your real name?
You'll have plenty of time to do that behind bars.
Fine. I admit defeat. But don't think you'll always be the winner.
That's enough for now. We'll save the rest for the official interrogation. Magister Merlin, now that we've exposed the speech loss incident as Aurelian's scheme, and with his magic drained, the contracts are now void. The affected students should make a full recovery. I'll have these two taken to the Office of Public Order for holding, then begin their interrogations. What will you do now? Don't worry. I'm handling. Now that we have the true culprit for the headmaster's death, and the mastermind behind the missing Hypofiend, Zoria's in the clear. Once the interrogation is over and the evidence confirmed, I'll release her immediately. She should be able to return to school in a few days. I'll make sure this leaves no stain on her record. Until next time, then.
Hello, Professor Merlin. The students have fully recovered. Tura above, I'm so glad. Professor Merlin, I imagine you had a hand in resolving this issue? We're fortunate to have you at the Serene Lyceum. Once you return to teaching, I'm sure the classrooms will be packed again.
Vacation.
I never realized how great it feels to just speak. I was going to see the Grand Mentor, but then I heard the first students he treated were losing their magic. I thought I'd never be able to speak again. None at all. I'm fully recovered. No problems at all.
I was just looking for you. The students have been cured. I see. I never imagined the ones behind these incidents had the same mastermind. I've heard of Aurelian. He's a member of the school board. A board member, conspiring with the acting headmistress to do this.
It's a disgrace to the Serene Lyceum. Thank you for helping set things right.
The students who were losing magic from Eston's treatment have stabilized, but we should still monitor them for a while. I'll prepare potions to help repair their bodies, but the magic they've already lost, that's irreversible.
Let's hope they've learned a lesson. Students should understand there's no shortcuts in magic.
True. We might finally get a few days of peace. By the way, With Durella's arrest, the Lyceum is without a headmaster again. Looks like we'll need to appoint a new one soon. Merlin? Being a competent head of the Lyceum is no simple task. They need to manage the school, keep things running smoothly, and oversee the students' learning, lives, and safety, as well as balance all the factions, uphold the school's reputation and honor.
And secure funding for the school. Maybe after I bask in the sun for a bit, the warm air will help me think of someone. How about you,
I do have someone in mind.
Wonder who? Zoria?
Magister Merlin, it's been ages! Are you here to see who's gonna be the next headmaster, too?
That's Harry Potter. Dude.
Well, I think anyone would be better.
I seriously can't believe the acting headmistress worked with outsiders to hurt students. If she hadn't been caught, the Lyceum would have been totally messed up.
So, who do you think will be the next headmaster?
Maybe Professor
I don't know.
I think it should be Professor Zoria.
What? She taught Magister Merlin? Then...
Hey! Weren't you just saying you couldn't?
You two, stop arguing already!
Magister Merlin, you wouldn't happen to be our new headmistress, would you? I see. That's a shame. If you were headmistress, that'd be incredible. I mean, headmistress of the Serene Lyceum, Magister Merlin? Just hearing it sounds impressive. Still, if I got a vote, I'd definitely nominate Professor Solis. She's gentle, approachable. I think she understands us. And she never gets mad at students, let alone if she were the headmistress.
I think the Zoria will do well.
Oh, it's a... Oh, your name escapes me again. I'll just call you Merlin. Seems the recent trouble at the Lyceum has kept you quite busy. Well, at least those headaches are finally behind us. Once the new headmaster starts, the Serene Lyceum should return to normal. Then I can finally go back to me. I'm terrible at making decisions. I waver endlessly between options. It's a flaw I can't seem to fix, which makes me wholly unfit to be headmaster. As for my recommendation, Professor Zoria. She's one of the most senior instructors here, second only to former headmaster Lemar. Her qualifications and standing are beyond question. Her classes are very popular, and she's well respected by the students. They may be intimidated by her, but almost no one dislikes her lessons. She's also deeply respected among the faculty. She often mentors newer professors and shares her experience. Everyone trusts her judgment. The board once considered appointing her as deputy headmistress, but she declined, saying it would interfere with her teaching. If she's chosen this time, even if only as deputy headmistress, I really hope she accepts. I honestly can't think of anyone more suitable.
Let's go to the graveyard.
Thanks to you, the affairs at the Serene Lyceum have been resolved. You should start considering your next journey. The Adamant Syndicate has meddled too deeply in dark magic. Their motives remain unclear. They are not to be ignored. Siren, as the chief court mage, maintains close ties with the royal family and nobility. There will undoubtedly be more turmoil ahead. We must be prepared. What else is there? I don't recall you ever taking interest in such matters. If memory serves, you were once the student who nearly drove Headmaster Lemar to resign in despair. So, what is it about the election that concerns you? I agree. the Serene Lyceum must never fall into the hands of someone like Dorella again. An incident like the magic contract issue must not happen again. That said, administration and teaching are entirely different disciplines. A beloved teacher is not necessarily a capable administrator. An administrator must persuade the board, balance competing interests seeking to exploit the position, and restore confidence among faculty and students. Wisdom, eloquence, and trust. These are the reasons Headmaster Lemar was competent. Not me. The board is more likely to appoint someone transferred from another institution or someone with prior administrative experience. Either way, I will abide by the board's decision. If an outsider or administrator takes the role, I will assist from the sidelines. And if for unforeseen reasons my name does appear on the list, I'm not entirely without experience. After all, I acted as Headmaster Lemar for a period of time. There is one more thing concerning your two familiars. They came to discuss with me. They wish to remain at the Academy.
Magister, now that everyone knows you're Merlin, you'll be the target of a lot of forces. Some really dangerous.
As your familiars, we need to grow strong enough to help you. If we can't, we might end up being a weak spot instead of a shield. Magister, even if we'll miss you a lot, we don't want to hold you back anymore.
That is precisely why they sought me out. They wish to study here and temper themselves under my guidance. I will personally mentor them, teaching both magical theory and combat. Their study period will be indefinite. Once they pass my examination, they may return to your side.
As you grow stronger, Magister, we have to grow too. We won't keep you waiting long. Please believe in us.
Then it's settled. Merlin, thank you for all you've done. In the future, if needed, I will await you here again under the name of Bedivere. Just as you answered my call this time, I will forever answer your summons.
Goodbye! Next time we meet, we'll be an extra amazing Chippy and Hammy!
Magister,
They're gonna be
we'll
buff?
write to you often.
May your journey ahead be smooth.
Boom. That is the story. Wow. That'll be it for me. Slowly coming back to uploading AFK Journey. I'm gonna start a series soon. It will be me moving 30 counts. Now, I have played for 240-ish days now on those accounts. So, the starter story, I will be doing maybe showing one of them. I haven't finished yet, so yeah. That'll be it. Have a good day. Peace.